Welcome to the Real Salty Podcast. Please join Stephanie and Caitlin as we dive into life in Florida, the good, the salty, and everything in between. We'll chat about real estate, family, sports, building a community, and all the unique things that make living in the Sunshine State so special. Plus, we'll bring on some amazing special guests to share their stories and expertise along the way. So grab your favorite drink and get ready to laugh, learn, and get a little salty with us.
Hey guys, welcome back for another episode of the Real Salty Podcast. We're so happy you're with us. We were just chatting before this recording, and good people, we think this is going to be our send-off for 2025.
Yeah, we think so.
I think this is going to be our last official episode for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
We might have just crackpot idea'd a wrap launch party.
Yes, to launch the next year. That's for
right.
sure.
That's right. You know. So we'll be wrapping up this year, and then also exciting for next year. Of course, we're going to look to invite all of our friends and family and squirrel friends and all kinds of people. So stay tuned for that, because I know more information will be coming out with that. But
yep, that's right.
We're almost there.
Yeah, we're kind of off the rails today, and that's not a bad place to be. I mean, usually we try and pregame what we're going to talk about, and we threw some ideas out there, but hey,
this is some ideas out there, and we are officially about 2.5 hours earlier than we normally are. So,
and the editing program that we use put out this really funny reel, and our most common word that we say is beach.
Beach. Yep.
And I think that's appropriate. I kind of like that. It
was like a compilation video, and it was just us saying beach, 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 beach,
yes.
beach, 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 like, and back to back to back to back. And we're gonna put.
Little did they know that they didn't even need to put that out for us, because you'll recreate it for them.
Yeah, well, there you go. I'm like the mini reel right now, but I had to give the good people, like, otherwise the context is lost. It's like, okay, you said beach, but we're gonna look to put together a few videos, and we've always been threatening you guys that we have been recording the pre-recording, and I think that we should really look into doing something with those next year, because we always joked at the Real Salty Podcast. Well, at least I do. You're a better lady than I am. I'm always like, yeah, because the Real Bitchy Salt Podcast was taken. But
exactly, well, that's kind of what the first hour usually is us just getting out whatever
freestyle
is on the top of our mind that we know would be not only not good for the good people to hear, but also not good from a business perspective for us to be talking about, as well as we don't want everyone to hate us.
That's very true. Believe it or not, we're very sensitive people. No,
we are. We're very sensitive.
We want people to like us. And so, no, we have to figure out. And plus, like Stephanie said, we're both so busy with our schedules that a lot of the times the pre-recording is when we always have a plan. Don't get us wrong. We think about you good people all week long, and things that we can recap when we're doing the recording. But it's just kind of when it comes down to the timeline or the agenda, if you will, that really gets finalized right before. And I feel as though that
it almost has to be.
When we first started this, we were so worried about this, then we'll go into this, and then we'll do this, that it almost came off. We talked about it. It was like high school announcements, right? It was like heary kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I think even high school is a compliment to what it was for a minute there. I was thinking more elementary school. I mean, I saw my daughter on her little morning news, a little even more professional and look better than what we were doing, but that's all part of 2025. Goodbye.
I was just gonna say, your daughter has very lofty goals, and so
she does.
We're a little freestyle here.
Yeah,
so
we are a little bit freestyle, but I think that that's how we operate, and we don't want to change that. So we'll just keep moving forward.
At the same time, looking at the analytics of it, I think that our listeners and lovely viewers, I think you guys like us off the rails. So you're welcome. Yeah,
you're welcome. We're just giving people what they want.
We're just doing what they want us to do.
Yeah, so just keep asking me.
Speaking of doing what we want to do and being off the rails.
Yeah, it's over. It's just over.
Well, it already was over, but it's definitely over now.
Sorry. So we're clearly without even talking about it, to know what we're talking about, we're both obviously talking about the NFL season.
And specifically for me, the Chiefs, because, you know, RIP the ACL of Patrick Mahomes last week. But now we put in the second string this weekend, same injury.
Well,
and I'm not laughing.
And Phillip Rivers is not available.
Oh, Phyllis, where are you when we need you? And, you know, it made me think, because I turned to Trent, not that we were watching the game, because according to Trent, the NFL season is over in our house.
It's over. Exactly.
But I turned to Trent, I'm like, who's even our third string? I don't even know. And he's like, I don't think we have one. And I thought about that 2000s movie, and it was 2000, The Replacements, with Keanu Reeves and Gene Hackman. And it's where the football players were actually on strike. And so they are picket line crossers, which of course my union father would not have taken lightly. But
they can't do that now, can they? Really?
Well, they can. They're called scabs, and it still happens. And then what happens is when the unions go on strike in different types of industries, then there's temporary employees that are brought in.
Employees at work,
by the companies to keep things going sometimes. And those are picket line crossers. Those are scabs. And my father was a part of the oh God, forgive me, the Union Association of Electrical Workers. So he was an electrical engineer.
That's pretty impressive. You know that one.
It's probably in the wrong order. I'm sorry, but I didn't have time to Google it beforehand. But anyway, can we get one of those picket line crossers?
Yeah, please? You're going to have to get that. You're going to have to get that. Well, I mean, it's just part of the course, right? I mean, Lamar Jackson got hurt last night.
God bless him.
He was on the sideline. And then during that Packers Bears game on Saturday night, I mean, they've already been, you know, just Jordan Love got a concussion, so he wasn't allowed to return back. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, like their backup quarterback is Malik Willis, and he was so fun to watch. As a Bears fan, he was so fun to watch. I mean, we were glad that, like, you know, it ended the way it did, of course, but it was just like, this is
everybody.
He's doing a great job. Yes,
was happy the way that it ended.
Yeah. I mean, and it really was just a really, really great game. I mean, go Bears is all we can say, because in a season that is like falling apart everywhere, including the Bucks, that just, it's freaking embarrassing at this point. It's just embarrassing. I mean, there's part of me that's like, good, I don't want you to lose, because there's clearly some issues that need to be, or want you to win, because there's clearly some issues that are going on internally that will not get addressed.
That's where winning. I feel like with the Chiefs too. It's just kind of like, dude, like nobody else get hurt. Travis Kelce,
and even Travis Kelce, right? Like he's
going to play the next 3 games. And you know what? Okay. And I respect it. You know, he's one of the leaders on the team. We can't just act like this is a preseason game. I mean, given the record, you would think, protect your best players. Is he going to retire? You know what? Again, no official, like, I don't have any insider trader information. In my gut, no. This season was a fucking joke. Sorry.
And he doesn't want to end that way. Yeah, he doesn't want to end that way. I don't think so.
I think that if Patrick's hurt and Patrick is going to do what he has to do to get back next year, I just don't think that his bestest friend, you're my best friend, he's not going to leave him next year. I don't care if she's pregnant or not. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. Josh Allen's doing it while his girlie's pregnant.
This is what I'm saying. I really just cannot think. Okay, it was different. Okay, let's look at the brothers, right? Jason Kelce, okay? He came back. They were so close that second to last year. And then he came back and it didn't come to fruition. But it wasn't the dumpster fire that it has been this year for his brother.
And then they won the next year.
So even if he thought that this is probably it, I just don't see him as the competitor that he is, allowing this to be how he goes out. I really don't you feel that? I mean, even if it was the plan up until Patrick getting hurt and now the realization of what we have to continue on with to finish this joke, I really don't. I cannot see him just being like, okay, outie, bye.
I don't, from a competitive standpoint, I think it's a really, really hard year to walk away from and be like,
That's it.
I mean,
Right.
everyone kind of wants to retire when they're at the top of their game and that everything has gone well and this is the way it was going to be. Like, I do understand that. And I do believe that he was in better shape than he has been entering this season than he
I
had
mean,
been before. But
obviously he's one of the offenders that needs to figure out how to catch the ball
yeah,
again and not have
yeah.
it bounce off of you. But the thing is that right. No, it's like volleyball. He's like sets it. It's a set. It's a set in the volley, you know. And you know what? At the last game, it was just like he spiked it to the other guy. But anyway, no, I just can't
I
see
don't know.
him doing
He
it.
would have to figure, I would imagine that anyone, you know, as someone that like competed collegiately,
Which he
you
did
have
as
to
well.
transfer. Yes, you have to transfer that energy somehow because it is a real competitive energy. So I don't know how he would do that unless he has figured out what next steps look like. If he's
I
figured
still
that
think,
out, like Jason seemed to have, then I understand that. But
well,
I
and
mean,
no, but just I don't know, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe there's other factors more serious, like he cannot because of this. But it's like pride, let alone the competitor, like your pride. Are you really?
I get it.
I don't think so. I just can't see it happening. So
Yeah,
we can guess all we want. In
but
my
we don't
heart of
know.
hearts, I don't think he's done. I
Well,
think that
I
he
talked
will
to
not.
Taylor Weekly, so
Yeah.
I'll bring it up the next time that
I
we
mean,
are.
get what get what they're
I
putting
know.
down at the house. Like we
I
need to
don't, I
know.
sometimes I don't want to always just bring up all those hot topics because I
Of
don't want to
course.
appear like she's worried that I'm like relaying all this
Feeding the media.
information.
Correct.
Yeah. I mean, she's always prided herself on her inner circle, like always keeping her out of the media. And I just don't want to be that person. So sometimes I have to be careful about the questions that I ask, but I might just say the people want to know. Can you just, I mean, I'm not going to, I'll tell you, of course, and we'll
And
figure out, but
again, and
we'll
again,
see.
if there's something where it's like if he plays one more season of football, his knee will fall off, or something.
Although he kind
Again,
of hurt
something
it yesterday,
ridiculous.
didn't he? Didn't he kind
Who?
of hurt it? I
Yeah,
thought that he hurt his knee.
probably.
Yeah. I think
Probably.
he it was in a non-impact injury where like his leg like went
The whole
out
point
and
is
then he walked off.
the
But
whole point is that he is not the youngest horse on the racetrack. And so
no.
we do have to protect him to a certain extent. But let's think about the traditional role as the tight end. If we just had the wide receivers that we freaking need to catch the freaking ball,
You
then
and everyone
Travis
else.
wouldn't have to have taken as many car accidents as he has over the years.
Yeah.
And it's just, it is what it is. I really hope he does come back again, like I know him, like Taylor.
I do. I do.
I just don't see him saying, "I'm good with that. Done.
Yeah, that
We're
was a
done."
great way to end.
Yeah.
Or maybe
No.
because it was such a dumpster fire, it gives him permission to not want to do it anymore. Whereas when it's like it's just right there that he wants to. So who knows?
Maybe.
To be determined. We'll figure it out.
I just can't see him walking away after this season. And, again, with his brother coming back when they were so close to the Super Bowl, we played them in the Super Bowl. We beat them in the
Yes.
Super Bowl. And then he came back and he played another year and they did good. And he was a main staple with the team.
Then
Anyway,
he left and then they won the following year.
It doesn't matter because
just play the math. Let's play the statistics. Yeah.
Mr. Bunny,
Yes.
the Bears, look forward to your appearances.
I know. It's great you're working on your dance moves for that. That's fantastic.
I'm brushing up. I've watched that Netflix documentary, the 85 Bear Shuffle, like a couple times, so I know what's up.
Yeah. And did you see that Caleb Williams went around the whole stadium after the game?
Did he?
So, yeah, Chicago has this, they like handed out flags, or not flags, towels, white towels. And so they've spent a lot of time this couple of weeks talking about how the crowd and the fan base is their fourth player. So they have the offense, the defense, the special teams, and the fan base, and they've become their fourth player.
What's the
yes, yeah, the third, when they have the 12th man. Yeah,
man, there it is.
Exactly. Yeah. So they went ahead. So after he'd gotten interviewed and everything, and everything was kind of over with at the end of the game. He went around the perimeter of the stadium and like high-fived every single fan that was down below. Yeah. 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 So it was, I've spent the majority of my last 2 days being super productive and watched maybe 100 Bears reels. So, that's what you do.
Well,
super productive.
You got to get up on your fandom,
You do.
And I'm not saying I'm a fair weather fan. I have not written off the Chiefs whatsoever, but obviously this year, let's see what other teams are playing.
Yeah, let's see. And, I mean, it's really one of those that just get to the playoffs, and then we'll see what happens. I mean, that's all it is. It's just figure out a way to get there.
We talked a lot about the Bears, and actually you and I both were at a holiday party this weekend where one of our good friends and coworkers, shout out to Sarah. She is one of the few Jacksonville Jaguar fans that I know. Okay. I didn't know they existed. No, I'm just kidding.
Over in Europe, they do. They're a very, very popular Europe team.
Shut up. Why is that?
Because they're the team that has played the most over there.
Well, Volunteers tribute. Look at that. You got yourself a new fandom.
Yeah, but Trevor Lawrence is doing well. So
I mean, he's the guy that people are like, he looks like the guy on the
Sunshine.
Yes, Sunshine.
Yes,
Remember the Titans?
Yeah, he's like Sunshine.
I was about to say he also looks like the cover of every romance novel in 1990s. Like, you know what I mean? Like with the hair and everything. Fabio, very Fabio.
Yes.
But no, I will say, not that it matters to me anymore, but still happy about it. They flew their little Stingray butts all the way up to Denver, and beat the Broncos.
Yeah, the Trevor Lawrence is like, I heard, I mean, this is me regurgitating information, but like he's becoming the player that they always knew he could be.
For that.
Yeah, but it takes a lot. These teams we play 17 games plus playoffs if you're good in the NFL, right? That's 17 plus preseason. And here's the deal with that is that, you look at like the college season, and you and I have talked about this, but the college season, as exciting as it is they go from college to NFL the majority of the time. It is not there. There's not a prep for it. Like, okay, you get exposure. Okay, you get this, or okay, you get that. And you can transfer portal. You can do all these things from a marketing standpoint, but the rigorous of it, like it doesn't prepare you properly. It's like saying you can run a half marathon. I bet you can run a full marathon without doing any additional work. Like it's just crazy. So, but anyway, we could talk.
Well, no, I'm a fan. Congratulations to the Jaguars. I was going to say the Broncos. They're going to take the division. I mean, they're leading the division. I know the Chargers were hot on their heels for a minute, but I think they've actually cooled their jets a little bit.
Yeah, they seem to have cooled down. Yeah.
Obviously, we're outie. And obviously, the Raiders are like, we had to season this game? No.
Yeah, and the Colts just fell apart for them in that division too.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I was going to say for AFC, but at the same time, in our little Midwest, Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs, and Chargers. That's it. And so it's like,
Did you see the Lions game yesterday?
Oh my God, I was about to bring that up, dude. Did you see how it ended?
The last end? Oh, I mean, the fans weren't even leaving because they were stunned. It was like
lucky it wasn't 1985 because people would have hopped those fences and they would have stabbed those refs. I'm sorry.
The ref was like, there's an OPL that happened prior to the catch and the receiver fell down and therefore the ball went loose. Touchdown, but it doesn't count. Game over.
And the game is now over. And
I was like, wait, what?
He had to say it twice.
Yeah, I was like, what? Okay, can we just start with like, what's OPL?
Talk about how many times too, like Goff, they were right there and they were on fourth over and over.
They didn't deserve to win, believe me, but still.
Well, I don't know a lot of Steelers fans. So
I don't even like them because I don't even like them. So, but
I know some Lions fans, and again, when it comes down to brass tacks, of course I don't want them to beat the Chiefs, and but at the same time, I'm just like, I thought about all my Lions fans, and I was like, what a go F yourself way to end this game when your team is right there. Like,
it's crazy.
Right there.
It's crazy.
And then the ref is like, heads are 4, game over.
It totally was. That was like, wait, what? Wait, just show that one more time, because
they had a huddle. They had a huddle.
And they kept going like this to Phillip Rivers.
And the guy in the white hat was like, dude, I have to tell everybody the game's over. And they're like,
and we do know that this is like means that they're out of the playoffs, right? Like,
and we do know
this isn't just saying that.
And we do know that this is one of the most dangerous cities in the United States.
313 is coming after us. Just so we know.
Exactly. I was gonna say
because they were all like this in the stands for like 45 minutes afterward. What'd you say? What'd you say, ref?
Yeah, no.
Where's that guy in the white hat?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we'll see your ass on 8 Mile. Okay, yeah, bye. Hope you had a good life. Yeah.
Clarence isn't saying nothing now, huh?
Oh my God, Clarence has some real good parents. Clarence went to
Did you know he went to private school?
See, this is the freestyle why you guys listen. How many other podcasters would you know that just randomly break into 8 Mile rap? I mean, come on. Oh my God. The last game that I did want to talk about before we move on, though, Patriots, Ravens. Okay. Here's my thing. Okay. Patriots are doing it. I know we had a few episodes ago where I was talking about, didn't they just do this? Kind of thing.
They were out for 7 years and they're back in it already.
But you know what? I watched a little bit more of the slow motion pass action with that young quarterback. You've been telling me is a big deal. He's good. He's good. He's very good. His last name, forgive me, Maeve,
something like that.
All I can think of is Mauve.
I'm okay with that one
hence
too.
For all I can think of is B. Arthur Maud, right? And so now in my brain he's Maud.
Oh my God.
Sorry, I know it's going to be for a very specific group of our listeners, but like, tell me you don't think about it too.
Exactly.
But what I will say is Lamar Jackson. Okay,
poor
maybe
guy.
It's just
dude. Come on,
dude. And I've talked about this in multiple episodes before. When you're on your high horse, it's easy to be like, oh, you poor thing. I still feel bad for Lamar. He got hurt. He took a knee to the spine. It looked like.
I didn't see what happened. I turned it on the last, I think the last 5 minutes were on, and I turned it on and I was like, oh, why is Lamar on the sideline?
There was a nasty hit where he went down and it looked like a defender's knee just went dead center spine. Probably like barely to the left, like I don't know what organ's there, but like I said, he's probably peeing blood today, some kidney bruising or something like that. But I just feel like he's so good.
Yes.
And they have Derrick Henry, and there's so many reasons.
I know that like they just do not utilize enough
for Baltimore to look forward to like we should be good. And they always look like they're going to be good. They're having a little rough. Now they're 7-8. They just lost to the Patriots. So their season is also floundering. But at the same time, it's just like, it doesn't make sense. And
they're just not utilizing
the frustration.
I don't know. They're not utilizing Derrick Henry enough. And I didn't see that hit that happened to Lamar, but DJ Moore got hit very early on in the Bears game. And you could see that like it almost whacked his back out. And that's tough to, and he was the one that scored the winning touchdown. And he just laid there like, yo, it hurt. It hurt right now. And I'm now feeling it because for 60 minutes, I just ignored it. And now I can't anymore. So what a season, Caitlin. What a freaking season.
Freaking season. Like first the weirdness. And then the injuries, the ungodly amount of injuries and frequency and just.
It's scary.
And I feel like over the last few years, it's like the NFL has really tried to make strides with safety and how you're supposed to hit a person and the way that the helmets are. And they have all this technology now and the concussion protocols and all these things. But at the end of the day, it's a very violent sport.
It's very violent. It's very violent.
Correct me if you don't think the same, but in me saying that sentence, let's just take the last 5 years, for example. Okay. The last 5 years, there's been a lot of revisions. There's been a lot of rules. There's been a lot of protective protocols put in place. And I feel like a lot of the players weren't sure how to not instigate,
change their
but
game.
kind of like, I want to tackle this guy, but I'm kind of scared to do it how I usually did because apparently that's a problem now. I feel like maybe the amount of injuries this year is because they figured it out.
Yeah,
and
they figured it out.
It's a loophole, but I'm just saying we were kind of pussyfooting around maybe a couple because we wanted to avoid a tackle.
Well, the only thing that I remember, and granted, like I'm certainly not the expert on it, but the only thing that I would have remembered from before is the face masks and the late hits.
Yes.
And now like there's so much more to like where you hit.
Undefended receiver or whatever. They're not, if they don't know you're coming.
But they have, and it's like they can't, not until they hit the 30-yard line can they actually even attack now at this point.
Right.
Yeah, and it won't be long. Like Michael said the other night during the game that it won't be long before they're all wearing that extra cushion on their helmet.
I saw
it won't be. I don't even think they're that bad.
I don't think they're that bad. And I was like, yeah, it's voluntary at this point.
It is, yeah.
And I'm like, they just look like a Q-tip.
I know. I mean, if it helps, though. I mean, who wants right now? Everything's honky dory, but the problem is I think 40 years later in life or 30 years later in life is when they start to have all their, brain situation and issues going on. So, but
if they're lucky and it's that long before the degenerative.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, to shift a little bit, speaking of another dumpster fire. And I actually don't know much about this, so I'm going to hope and assume that you do.
I hope so.
What happened with the Treasure Island boat parade?
Oh, God. Yeah. So
because I saw it all over social media defending it, but at the same time criticizing it.
Yeah. So good people, this past weekend, we are recording on Monday, December 22nd, this past Saturday, which would have been the 20th. Was the Treasure Island lighted boat parade. Now, the city of Madeira Beach had theirs the weekend before. Banner turnout. We talked about it last episode where the takeoff was from. We felt like there was a lot of boats, bigger boats, all the things. They really did do the pledge of we promise to go down every canal, all the things.
Yeah.
So apparently in Treasure Island, I'm trying to think about how logistically this was worked. Because I started seeing Saturday night on Facebook on some of the local pages, group pages. We're here. Where's the boats?
Yes.
We've been waiting. Where's the boats? And then later in the night, it turned into, we waited 3 hours. We only saw 2 boats go through John's Pass or 3 boats go through John's Pass. A lot of people in the Isle of Capri said not a single boat went by, and we had parties and all the things. So I think logistically it sounds like they might have taken off from the south and made their way north with the end theory of being through John's Pass.
Yes, they started in Boca Ciega Bay.
Okay, that makes sense. So that's going to be down near the
here's
Treasure
something
Island.
telling. As I just Googled it, and it said okay, so Boca Ciega Bay, and then ending the grand finale of John's Pass.
Yeah.
And then when I go to, it sends me to a link on the Treasure Island City website, and it says page URL requested not found. So they don't want it.
If you actually go on to the City of Treasure Island's official Facebook page, and I assume their Instagram page and any other social media in which they participate, there was a acknowledgement and an apology that had to be made. And I believe that came out yesterday because, obviously we're all still recovering and obviously we're all still figuring these things out. However, they have made a pledge that they realized there was a lot of captains in the parade that for some reason or not left the parade line prematurely, which led to, and not only that, but there was maybe something with the lead boat that did not direct the traffic down every canal that had been advertised. And we were just talking about in the last episode how
about
Madeira
the Madeira
Beach
Beach
was
one.
making the pledge and doing the, saying we will do this. I felt like there was a lot of compliance. You have a business in Johns Pass. I am the very last canal before open water in Johns Pass at the very end, the last residential canal at the very end of the boat parade. I was very pleased with the amount of boats that stuck around and didn't just cut out.
Yep.
Apparently that was a huge problem at Treasure Island. There was about 35 boats that participated originally, and by the time that they reached Johns Pass, there was 2 or 3 boats that actually did not bail.
Wow, that's a big difference then.
And as we talked about with Madeira, and I assume every other city with their lighted boat parades, it's always at the captain's discretion whether or not it's safe to continue.
Yeah.
But safe. I feel like maybe a little bit more pressure could be applied to, if you're committing, commit. And obviously we can't send the Coast Guard after you, but look, there's people that are banking on this. Do you really want to disappoint them?
Exactly.
Obviously unforeseen circumstances. Somebody's on your boat injured, somebody's on your boat sick, your boat is taking on water, whatever.
Whatever it is.
35 boats for only 2 or 3 to make it through to Johns Pass. Do better.
Yeah, do better is right. That's crazy.
So the city took the heat. They put out a public announcement that they were well aware. They announced the winners. And then in the same breath of post, they acknowledged the issue and that they are going to send out a survey and get feedback and look into how they can make sure that next year is better.
Yeah, they have more fingers to go through than
oh my God, so many.
They have and maybe their route was just a little bit too lofty.
Cutely ambitious. I thought.
Maybe their goals around that was a little bit too ambitious, because if you look at the Madeira Beach, it's a quarter of the size of where it would have. I mean, maybe that's just it. I know that I was talking to one of the commissioners of actually Madeira
Treasure
Beach.
Island? Oh, Madeira.
No, Madeira Beach last week. And they were saying that they had a hard time judging what the boat was, because I guess there was supposed to be a judge. Well, they awarded someone, best looking boat or whatever. But because it was the bottom line is, it's you sit there and the dog gets judged before it runs the track.
Right.
And if you try and judge the dog in the middle of the track, it's probably not going to be the best looking track of dogs. And so I think that they felt like they probably all needed to be at the rock park and said, okay, this is who.
Exactly.
We're all looking at it from the same lens. And because by the time because they still struggled a little bit with getting everyone to go in and out. And then some people would be speeding ahead or pulling back or doing circles. And it was well, we're trying to judge you here. We're trying to judge you. And so listen, we didn't do this a year ago. Everyone's trying to bring everything back as quickly as possible, so there's a level of normalcy. And
yes,
sometimes you just can't control the animals in the zoo. It's just the way it is, right?
Well, and at the same time, I mean, I don't know. That just seems like an abnormally amount of boats to go rogue, if you will.
It does. And
yeah.
Maybe it speaks to just, I don't know. Maybe it speaks to just everything that is kind of the kind of finale of what, unfortunately.
Morale. So the same night, actually on Saturday, Indian Rocks Beach had their lighted boat parade. And as we know, there's many a town in between. So it's not like we can apple oranges it. But I did not hear one thing one way or another, actually, specifically about
the
the
I did
IRB.
because they're too busy talking about the fact that parking is no longer free. It's like,
oh goodness,
I didn't even know it wasn't. Like, are you kidding me? You've had no free parking for all this time. Is that even?
Oh, you
didn't
didn't
even
know
that
that?
existed.
I knew that.
No,
So I knew
I
that.
didn't know
So
that.
IRB has been free beach parking. So for the good people that listen, we're just like throwing out anagrams. Indian Rocks Beach, Florida, public beach parking, city parking has been free for as long as I can remember, for as long as I've been coming down here, which is 30 years. I can't remember. Whatever. Point is, the last soldier standing.
Yes.
So yeah, it did cause
I think that the only one that I knew that it caused a major ruckus, and the only one that I knew that did not charge parking was down in Sarasota, Lido Key. Like Michael and I went down there.
That's a whole nother country to me. I don't know.
It is like a whole different country. And Michael, that's how we felt when we didn't have to pay for parking. We're like,
take our money. And they're like, no.
We were like, who's sitting around the corner waiting to give us a ticket? Where do we put our money? Michael, like literally at one point, this was years ago. This is before the hurricane. I know Michael's like, should we just put like $10 on our windshield? I mean, this is crazy. I'm like, they have to charge. Where's the dang thing?
Yeah, some bum would have been like, thank you. No, it's kidding.
Thank you.
Right off the windshield. But no, that did cause a ruckus online. So yes, I missed big ruckus. Kind of feedback about the boat parade, because the hottest topic in Indian Rocks Beach was the fact of no more. And you know what?
Yeah, and there was one,
$4.50 an hour.
Yeah,
is what I saw, which is comparable.
Yeah, that's what I saw too, which is very comparable. And what the one that I was reading about was someone that was saying that they go there, they don't live in IRB, but they go there all the time. They've enjoyed the beach. They just park and bring their own food. Right. And like how now that free is not available. And I was like, but don't you see that's a problem too? Like that you don't even live in IRB and you're like freeloading. Does Aunt Sally live in the 4th bedroom and you're not charging her rent either? Like, what's going on? Like, you have to. I don't know.
Here's the thing: the hippie that is deep inside of me, and that the land belongs to all of us, and all the things. I feel that, but no. But no, I'm sorry.
Nothing in this world is free anymore.
I'm sorry, the crying Indian and the littering, commercial from the 80s and 90s.
That's right.
I'm sorry, but
that's right.
We have to, and it just is so that we can have.
It's just to help pay for everything.
So we can have the public beach parking lots for you guys to come to after everything that we've been through. And I goes back to an episode where we were talking about parking. We had taken it upon ourselves to put out a PSA regarding parking. And you said, you were like, you hear people being like, you guys just went through a hurricane. You guys should let people come for free. And you go, are you kidding me? We are broke as Like, we need it. You said it exactly like that. And I was like, yeah. And so, $4.50, Eric. If you want to come and bring your own cooler and bring your own lunch and not patronize Krabby Bill's evil, then we're going to get you. We're going to get you for $20 for you to spend the day. I'm sorry, but we are.
Name me one other place besides Lido Key, and they probably charge now too, because it took them forever to reopen after the hurricane because they got whacked twice.
Probably.
But like, I don't know. You can't name a place out there that doesn't charge for parking. And I do understand to protect the infrastructure and everything with it. So
do you want a beach to come to? We gotta maintain it. We got to maintain it.
They're constantly renourishing it, because every single time they finish their renourishment project, we get whacked with a storm. You could probably almost even say like, great, we finished our renourishment program. Guess what's coming? Here comes a Cat 4.
Yep.
That's probably what exactly
happens. Up for the next time, because we just emptied it now, and we're going to start saving up again. So thank you for your contribution.
I will say, to not completely bash Treasure Island, I will say that they do have a pretty exciting event that is coming up in January. The 16th through the 18th, they have a kite festival. And it looks like it's at night now too, that they've figured out a way to add lights to this kite festival.
Good.
So, I mean, that's almost like a drone show. So that looks like a pretty amazing event that will be taking place in January. So
it's
redemption around the corner.
Yeah. So Treasure Island has some of the widest beaches, I would say, that are able to put on different types of events that are beachfront, like Sandy Ovations, the Kite Festival, different, the sports. I almost said sports almanac, but it's like the ESPN sports weekend, right? That we had before the hurricane. Let's see if those come back.
They would do races on there and everything. Yeah.
Races. Exactly. But when we say kite festival, this isn't some kumbaya, bring your Walgreens kite and we all fly them together and hope that everything goes right.
No, Walgreens closed. There isn't one. Order online.
Dude. There is a Walgreens in Treasure Island. There is only
CVS. Right by Ricky T's. That's right.
Right. I was going to say, shout out to the Walgreens across from Sloppy Joe's and Ricky T's. So
good job making it.
You can totally bring your own kite. Don't get me wrong. We're not deterring you. But get us right when we say these kites, guys. It's like a hot air balloon festival, right? There's literally these kites that are the size of double wides. And these people have them base down. And they're dragons, and it looks like, the Chinese New Year. Like, it is amazing, the size of these kites. So
I like your analogy, double wides.
Well, I think that's about the size of them. I was about to say single wide, but I think that the one with the wings is definitely probably a double wide.
Oh, here comes a PSA announcement. Just so you know. Just so you know that Caitlin and I are active real estate agents in the state of Florida. Continue the regularly scheduled program.
We will buy you a kite to leave you as your clothing gift.
Free kite with purchase.
Free kite with purchase. You know what? We can talk about
with either purchase or sale of the home.
You've seen that for sale sign on my streets that Tulio home has, right? And it says free dog with every home purchase.
I don't think I saw that.
It says free dog. Free dog. Now, here's the thing for me. Coming from Missouri, which is a puppy mill state, and was until legislation was passed, and there's pet stores here in Florida. I was heavily involved in animal protection groups back in Missouri. I did, for some reason.
I'm like frozen. Wait, what?
Oh, I'm going to take a picture. We're going to make this a reel, and I'm going to show the picture of the sign. And it's a cute picture with the male realtor holding a dog, and it's a rider that's at the bottom of his for sale sign, and it literally says free dog with every home purchase or something like that.
Well, so if we do help buyers. So if you're interested, and if your New Year's resolution is to get a dog, maybe you just want to get a home with it.
You know what? We'll make sure to ask for a purebred Great Dane and save you $2,000. We'll ask for that English Bulldog and save you $2,000. We'll ask
you name your dog, and we'll make sure that happens. At the steep cost of how much does that home cost?
We're just as bad as they are now. Almost $9 million.
Yeah. I mean, if you get a free dog out of it, I could see the trade-off.
I went some no. See, and this is where we get down the puppy mill lane. So again, my initial thought was, I don't like that. What if they don't take care of the dog? Well, you're just going to force a dog upon somebody? You're not going to vet them? Like, even the shelters vet the owners. Make sure that they're responsible to receive the dog. I'm sure that it's not as literal of, here's your clothing, here's your puppy. Like, that's probably not the case.
Yeah. Dog shows up at the closing.
Dude. Like, okay, first of all, if somebody does get a dog that buys that house on 129th Avenue in Madera Beach and no questions asked, bring them to me.
Yeah, but we're going to sell it, so.
Bring the dog to me.
Yeah.
I will take care of it. Just consider it a safe place where you can like drop off a baby and someone will find it.
That's right.
Bring me
Put it in the box. Put it in the box around the corner.
Bring me the dog. Put it in my carport. I will take care of it forever. So it's a weird thing. And I don't even remember how we got on this, but like, free dog with this home purchase.
Because you said double wide when you were describing. So I went down the real estate road. You said double wide when you're describing the size of this these kites.
One would think that the double wide actually comes with the German Shepherd or comes with the Rottweiler.
No, they come with straps. Because they legally have to be tied down now.
Down, right? Exactly.
Yep, in a hurricane.
We don't need your flying projectile flying around Madeira Beach because, like Stephanie just said, we know it's going to happen again. So don't bring us down.
As soon as IRB does their renourishment again, that's when it's coming.
You can bank on it. Either that or Blinds Pass there, all the way down by Land's End condos where it comes out. Every time they get it right.
Every time they get it right. Every single time.
It's like washing your car. It's going to rain.
Oh, yeah, it's going to rain. That's right.
It's going to rain. Right.
Look out for the rain. Here it comes.
All right, guys. So normally we would actually leave you with what's on the docket for the next few weeks regarding event-wise here locally. But
there's not a lot. The only thing that we do want to throw out there is that January 3rd, Trash Pirates have their cleanup that morning. And I don't think the exact sites have been determined. I mean, typically it's at John's Pass and then over on Madeira Way, but for some reason it said the sites were going to be TBD. So we'll see where it is. But that's exciting. Yeah.
Well, and after New Year's, some people always get a little crazy with their fireworks. So maybe we're going to need a beach heavy cleanup. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that might be true, actually. Yeah, because that usually is a big night, and the weather's supposed to be just like it is now all the way through the New Year. So that's exciting.
Okay, because I had only heard that it was going to be like this week, but you're telling me next week too. So
that's what it's looking. The deep forecast looks like it's going to be readily strong, so that's good.
Well, anybody listening or viewing from out of state, just so you know, like 2 days ago, Santa was like, by the way, you're going to have 80 degrees every day for the next 9 days.
Yeah, it looks like till maybe till the 1st.
And then
have Florida always has these 3-day little cold spells. So there's next Tuesday and Wednesday will be a little bit chillier. And then it gets back to being warm again. Oh, next Tuesday is really cold, actually.
Tell me what the future cast, even though it's unpredictable right now, is for January 6th.
Yeah, that's a banner day. 70. That's so fun.
That needs a change.
What do you want it to be?
I want it to be 80 because I was actually just talking to Trent about this. So good people, heary. I am turning 40 on January 6th, and I have not planned a goddamn thing.
No, every time I ask her, she doesn't know.
I know. Well, I talked to Trent about it today, and actually, God bless you, because he actually said,
drum roll.
I probably should help plan something for you. And I'm like,
oh.
And here's the thing, people. We cannot make him feel guilty whatsoever for being a guy. And we cannot make him feel guilty whatsoever in general because the poor man turned 40 in 2020. Yes. His birthday was canceled upon canceled and canceled. So I had plans for his, and they got canceled with the pandemic. And I haven't pulled it back together. But now we cannot exactly expect this man to put on a huge shindig for me because I did not do the same.
As long as you're okay with it, then no one else is going to judge.
The only thing I want to do, and you know me by now, I'm trying to figure out either the weekend before or the weekend after. Trent and I disagree. I think it should be the weekend after because my birthday is a Tuesday.
Yeah.
He thinks it should be the weekend before. Got a couple people that are going to be in town the weekend before. Maybe we'll do something small here on the beach. It'll be like, look, this is where we're going to be from this time to this time. Come and see it or not. Yeah. And then the following weekend, I actually think I want to make plans to do 2 things, and you will be involved. Karaoke.
Of course.
And a drag show.
I knew those 2 were. If you had asked me what it was, I was like, I know exactly what it is.
Doesn't even have to be on the same night, but I figure it'd be 2 birds, 1 stone if we could. But I am also not looking to, cut corners. Let's go to the best drag show. Let's go to the rooftop of the Cambria and make it a night. Like,
yes. Cambria does a good job with that.
what night is that? You told me. And it was like Friday or Saturday
nights.
Of course it's Saturday.
Of course.
Today. I said, I think it's Saturday.
It's Saturday night. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's pretty protected though, truthfully, even if it were to like be bad weather. It's, I mean, it's all like overhang. So it's pretty protected.
It's going to be cold. And if it's going to be cold. Or you could
do it at Friendly's Tavern because they start karaoke at 9.
On Saturdays?
Yeah, Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay. Yep. All right. Maybe we should just do it there.
Wherever.
Or we could have the recovery party there for the Bloody Mary bar. See, this is where I get into trouble. This is why we don't have a plan. But good people, we want to let you know that this is probably going to be the last full episode again. I know we mentioned it in the beginning of the episode, but we're going to look to do a wrap launch party next week. We might be able to bring you some clips and snips and reels from that. But otherwise, I really hope that everyone takes this time over the next few days to really be grateful.
Yeah.
Be grateful the fact that we made it through another year. Your health is always the most important thing. Obviously, factors will always play in whether or not you're having a good season or not. But I hope that you find a moment or you find a day or time where you can just really appreciate the gift of being here.
Yep. Agreed. And to thank you to all our lovely listeners for tuning in all the time. So we appreciate that too, as we know it's been one heck of a ride this year.
It's been a hell of a ride this year. I have high hopes for next year. I will say, I feel like this year
I think it'll be a strong ride, but woof.
I feel like we did well this year. I feel like we went to, AAA. We were literally just playing T-ball, and we're there. So
we are.
Springboard. So
that's right.
Cheers, guys. Cheers to 2026.
Cheers to 2026. That's for sure.
And we look forward to seeing all of you on the other side. As always, please make sure to tune into our Spotify and YouTube for full episodes. And you can always find us on the socials at Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. One of these days, I'll figure that out.
Exactly. The same reels are on everything else. So you're not missing out.
Caitlin will figure it out.
That's right.
All right, guys. That's right. Otherwise, Stephanie, tell the good people what they need to do.
Stay salty and just sip often.
It's necessary.
That's right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye.